Hey everyone, it's Tiffany from Let's Get Scrappy, and I am going to try this again because I did the video, I was doing the tutorial, was finished, and then realized my video stopped part of the way through. So I'm going to try it one more time. The positive to that is that I will have multiple, books to work with, but, always got to find the silver lining. So welcome to, we are doing our Country Craft Creations Homemade for Christmas Hop with all the designers. I've seen a couple sneak peeks and they're amazing. I can't wait to see all the projects in full. But you guys are not going to want to miss out because there are going to be prizes. I will have everything listed in the description. I'm not going to go through it all right now because I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible so that I don't have issues uploading. Because you guys know your girl does not know how to edit. So we have to, keep this video going. But I will say the contest for the prizes is US only. So, I apologize that it can't go beyond, but you guys know the whole situation with shipping and everything is just out of control. But there are some great prizes, but what we do have for everybody are some great projects and tutorials. So starting with mine, oh my God, I love this collection. This is Country Craft Creations. I've shown this collection in my haul video, and it is exclusive to only Country Craft Creations. So you got to go to countrycraftcreations.com. Christmas Cheer is the name of it. Obviously, it's a retro Christmas collection, which I love, 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 love. So you guys will see more than just this project from me with this because you get so many papers with this. I love it. So, if you want to see the haul, check that out. But we are going to get going on this mini album. And, the paper is available pretty soon. I don't think this one's available yet. I want to say it's at the end of August, possibly September. But I will link it below as soon as it is available. But I will also just link countrycraftcreations.com so you can check out what is in the store right now. So this is a 5.5 by 7.5 mini album. Now, I meant to do, I don't know why I did this, but when we do the tutorial, it's going to be a 2-inch spine. I did 2.5 on this one, so if you want to copy this exactly, feel free. Just change the measurements a little bit, so it's 2.5 by 7.5 for the spine. I just don't like the excess space in there. Now, some people can do waterfalls and everything and fill that up, which is good. So that's why, mine is leaning down a little bit. You can see how it does that. Once you fill it with pictures, it'll be fine. But I don't know why I did that. Just randomly did a different size than I normally do this book. So let's just go ahead and get started. And so I'm going to go through this book. We're going to start doing the pages. I don't know how long the video is going to be. I know when I first did it, I should have been able to fit in doing the whole book. But I'm going to start with the pages first. And then if we have time, I will do the cover, the lay flat method. If not, that might have to be in a separate video because I do want to make sure I give you guys all my tips and tricks of how I do things. So that way it's easy for you to do this project and then extend that to other projects. And this is a great beginner project. Okay, so look at this cute little baby. Now you guys know when I showed it, I don't know why, this is my favorite little page that has the little elves with the martini glasses on there. So of course I had to use the cut apart on the cover. And my thought process for this mini album was actually for like Christmas parties, holiday work parties, just Christmas parties. That's what I saw in my mini album. You do what you want, of course, but I just thought it would be a fun idea to do like work parties and holiday parties that you have with friends. So that's where I'm going with this one. So here is the 4x6 cut apart. I went a little crazy with the bling. So I added some green bling there, just regular bling up here. And then like I talked about, I did add, trying to mimic like sugar around the rim of the glass. I did first a white glitter And then I did this kind of silver iridescent, it's like a diamond shaped, but I had this chunky glitter that I did on top of that. And then, I don't know if you guys can see, but the ice cubes, I first did Wink of Stella on the ice cubes. And then I used my glossy accents. I outlined first, and then I filled it in, so it kind of gave a three-dimensional effect. I don't know, can you guys see that? I don't think so. But, okay, you get the gist of it. And then I added 2 little gold rhinestones here, which were actually, oh, and one of them moved right here. Was actually on the flowers, which I'll have to adjust that one. It shifted. I didn't like the gold, so I took it off and I added just the regular rhinestones on there. And then I layered up the 4x6 cut apart, popped it up on chipboard, and then of course I did my usual layering and matting several times around the design sheet there. And then you have the spine and the candy stripe. And then here is the cute back, and I just plucked that off with the little doggies. There you go. Let me stick this back on. I totally felt it catch on. I don't have it all like totally glued down yet. Okay, and then I just did a ribbon closure. You do not have to. This album style is like my Halloween one I did in Bewitched. So you don't have to do a ribbon closure because I did not do that on that one. Okay, here's, you know, I had to open it. I always open it up to my favorite pages. So I just love this one. I don't know what it is, but I love the elf. I don't drink, but I love the cute martini glasses and the ice cubes. And I had to add some effect that made it look like, you know, tinsel, like back in the day. Is that what it's called? Tinsel? Yeah. I don't even know. But I just thought this was cute. I have this in Tim Holtz, but I also found some just at a local craft store on a spool, so you can find that anywhere. And then I added, this is from the die cut sheet. So I did, for the die cut sheet, I just did it on my brother's Scan and Cut and cut out all of them at once. It literally did all of them in less than 2 minutes. And I did the 0.4 to get the white border around it because I wasn't sure if I wanted it or not. So I just went ahead and did it. And then I layered it on black cardstock just so it was a little bit firmer so I can tuck, you know, my photos underneath and everything. And then I have a graphic 45 pull out here, square tag. You can get these at Country Craft Creations. I just ordered some for myself. Now I'm going to tell you, because I'm in between, you know, hospital, running home. Well, I left these at the hospital and I finished my book here at home. So I only had the craft here. I just colored it with my Copic around the edges. I don't know if you guys can tell, but, you know, it works. So sometimes you just got to improvise or do a little MacGyver action. Yeah, those young ones don't know what that means, but okay. And then I do have a pull out for all 5 pages. I did not matte these yet. I probably will just matte it in a white. I'm not sure, or alternate like a red and green. We will see. And then it flips open to my favorite little girl right there. I love, and again, just added a little bit of, you know, like bling throughout. So this is a 4x6 photo mat, and I did matte the back. A little pocket here with a magnetic closure, flips open, a little tuck spot right there for a 4x6 photo here. A lot of space. I mean, this is a basic album, but a ton of opportunity for photos, and you could add more flips and flaps as you work this project. So again, magnetic closure here, and you could do like a 4x6 just plain. So this is optional. You do not have to do this. You can let the paper just speak, where I did in some spots I broke it up with the white. But you know, you do not have to by any means. This is optional. This is just pure decorative. Plus I like to coordinate so you guys can see the peppermint candy. Boom. The girl on the little ornament strings, the little doll. Boom. I don't know why. I like to coordinate. I like to create little layouts. As you can see, again, another little tuck spot right there. And I did not mount these ones on the inside with the black. I just stuck them on there. I love this paper. And I did ink the edges with black soot. Tim Holtz Distress Ink. And again, I'm not going to pull these all out because they're all just black. Then you have this side. Again, layered up the 3x4 cut aparts, but then I also mounted them on chipboard. And then this is just literally, I fussy cut these out of my scraps. Same thing here. So I fussy cut like a whole thing. Even if they weren't all the way full, I fussy cut it. And then I hid where there was like a cutoff. And then I glued them onto white cardstock. And then I fussy cut around that. And just made myself, you know, just some little ephemera tuck spots. So there is that. Can't wait to show the other projects that I'm making with this collection. It's going to be so fun. So another little 3x4 flip out here. Have cute lady shopping. 4x6 photo mat. Tuck in a pocket. And then you have that. Now this sheet is on the back of... Oh, what is it on the back of? I want to say it's on the back of the die sheets, and you get 2 die sheets. So it's on the back of the die sheets. So one I fully cut out, which gave me plenty. There's so many cutouts on there, plenty to work with. And the other one I really wanted to use this paper because I loved it. So I used the B side, and then this candy stripe is on the back of the 4x6 3x4 cut apart sheet. So again, one, I cut it all out, so I have the cut aparts, and then I really wanted to use the candy stripe, so I used that there. And then again, another little tuck spot for, and this could be just, it doesn't have to be graphic 45, but if you guys do not have the tags and the dies, you're missing out. They're just cute. Like you can fit a 4x4 here, you can journal, whatever you want to do. You can make an album just out of these, you know, do a whole bunch together, but I love them. So it's definitely something I would invest in. And then of course I had to add a little there and another graphic 45 tag. I want to say this is just their original regular size tag. And then I just added whatever scraps I had on the table, did white on the back. And then, you know, your girl had to put the ho, ho, ho. Those that follow my channel know. I don't know why it makes me laugh. But, you know, gotta have the hoe right there. Just saying. And it's cute and adorable. And again, I have to coordinate. You know, I got the cute little stripe. I have the stripe. So just wanted to share that with you guys. You know, hopefully you liked it. But we are going to get into the tutorial right now. But this collection is so cute. And again, I cannot say how much I love the texture of this paper. It is not shiny. It has a sheen to it, but it's just really smooth and it cuts great. It folds good. It's great. Cotton Bristol. So I don't know how she does it, where it comes from, but you know, there you go. Okay, so, and I'm just going to set this aside so we can reference to it. So I am going to tell you guys what you need to cut first. So you will need 2 3 3/4 by 4 1/4, and we're going to score it at a 1/2 inch. So you'll need 2 of those. You will need 5 1/4 by 8 1/4, and I just like to write on here. If you guys wanted to snap a picture, you can, but you'll need 5 of these, and then we're going to score at the top and bottom. We will need 2 5 1/4 by 7 1/4 pieces. One, which will be a flap. It's going to be, and I can see I didn't score this one, 4 3/4 by 7 1/4, and we'll score it a 1/2 inch on the 4 3/4 side. You will need one piece that is 7 1/4 by 9 1/2. We're going to score at 5 1/4. You will need 2 of these. These are the only 2 that I did from a 12 by 12, which I did first because then the leftover paper I use for like the little 3x4 stuff. So I did 7 1/4 by 12, scored at 5 1/4 right here, and then 10. And we will walk through that. And then we will also need, excuse my reach, we need 5 5 by 7 inserts that go into the pocket. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and start assembling. So in this mini album, there really is only 3 page designs. There's page 1 and page 5 is the same style. Page 2 and page 4 is the same style. Then the middle, which is page 3, is a different style. So for page 1 and page 5, this is what we're gonna need. And then we will need one of the 5 1/4 by 8 1/4. And again, that's just scored at the top and bottom. And let me go ahead and I'm gonna miter the corner. So just mitering the corners. I don't know why I just did that other one off camera. That was funny. Okay, so we are just gonna follow our score lines like so. This is gonna create our pocket. Let's check our time. And then this one, again, we scored at 5 1/4 and then 10. We will fold that up. And this, I don't know why, but I have to go where the hump is on the score, and I fold it in, then I fold it back, which will give us our pocket. Okay, so just going to give that a really nice crisp edge. And then we are going to just stick these together like so. So for the video, I am using wet adhesive, so I'm using Art Glitter Glue, which is amazing. And I will say, so when I was doing this album, of course I did this because you all know me by now. Of course I messed up and I was almost done, and then I went to go do the back cover and realized I put the front cover on the back end upside down. Oh my gosh. And this Art Glitter Glue, when you put it down, whew, I tell you, yeah, it's good. But luckily I was able to salvage it, get it turned around. If you just have a little bit of patience, you usually can fix your errors. Okay, so this is page 1. And what I'm not gonna do on this one, because you want to put your design paper down first. So here is the pocket. So you want to put, we don't have a gusset for this. So what I did on this one is I put my design paper down first, then I put a bead of glue right here, and then stuck it down like that. And that was the pocket. Now you can add a little piece, you can get a scrap piece of paper, just needs to be like 1 inch, score it in half, cut it to the size of the pocket, which is 2 inches. And then you can stick that in the middle here if you want to use the full depth of your pocket. But I'm fine with this because I like it to be tight, since I'm only putting one, photo mat in there. But totally up to you. You could do it however you want to. And I will say, I just want to put out there, if for some reason you do not have 12 by 12 paper, you can still do this project or this page without having a 12 by 12. You can have just, the 7 1/4 to 10 inches and then add a 2 inch pocket to this flap. So just options for everybody. Okay, so then I also want to show you just on this one how I do my magnets. Basic gray, I get the small and the big. They are my favorite magnets. I'm just showing you guys how I pop them out of there, and you can get these at Country Craft Creations. I love them. So I just stick to, and it does not really matter, and I'll tell you why in a second, but if I'm doing a page that is on the left, I put the plus down. I'm trying to find my little thing. So see how it has a plus here? And again, it's not a huge deal. And I'm going to take the minus off because I actually start with the flap first. So the minus is going to go on the flap, and my plus is always down when it's on the left side of a folio, album, or whatever. If it's on the right side, like this one, the minus is going to go down. So the minus sign will go down first. Because when you fold these together, you do want to make sure the magnets will connect versus not connect, because if they don't match up, there will be a little bit of resistance. And it doesn't really matter. Just, you guys know me being OC. It'll drive me crazy. So, okay. So we have page 1, and magically, because I messed up, we have, look here, ooh, page 5. So that's what 1 and 5 is going to look like. So we'll set that aside. And now we are going to do, see which one here. Okay. Let me get them all. So we are going to do page 2. So this is 2 and 4. So you need these 2 pieces. And then this is our little flap here. So again, let's miter those corners. I really hope that I can get to the cover before I have to head back up to the hospital. We will see. I cannot wait to see everybody's projects. I'm just telling you guys, Tamara has amazing collections coming out. I don't know how she pumped them out so fast, but they are so pretty. The Halloween ones, I cannot wait for the Halloween ones. So I will definitely do a Halloween one in this style since I'm going to have 2 bases made. So one will for sure be for the Country Craft Creations Halloween collection. There's 2 of them, and there's also Halloween in her calendar collection. So we'll do it like that. Like, you guys, this is like so simple. This is not where you need to have a lot of math skills and tons of flips and flaps. Again, if you want them, you can add to this. This is just a base. This is just basic. But sometimes it's just nice to have a basic album and not have a ton of crazy stuff. So I'm just going to show you. This will be upside down. It's going to drive me crazy. So I put my glue on the inside, and I'm going to just eyeball it in the center, and I am putting it inside my pocket. You don't have to do that. I don't know why I did it for this one. Sometimes I like to do it. Sometimes I don't even pay attention and revert back to just how we were taught in the beginning, where it was on this side. But I do like not seeing it. And then it's, it's hidden in the pocket, and there's going to be a photo mat in here anyways. So you will not see this little thing. And we do have magnets on these as well. So again, I just push it out with my bone folder because these things are kind of tight in there. And I just put them together. So this is on the left, so my minus is going to be down and my plus will be on the flap. So I always stick the magnet on the flap first. Just kind of put it there. And I take this up. And voila. So we have now this page is complete. And again, these are totally optional, totally up to you. But there we go. So we now have, what is it? So we have page 2, and it'll be like this. Page 4. So 2 and 4 are complete. Now we are going to do this middle chunk here. Again, this is such an easy project to do. And I like to, just have easy projects sometimes. Okay, so for the last style, page style, so let's miter those corners again. And I do, so I will cut up all my paper first so I can put my cutting board away. Then I will score it all, except I missed that one. Score it. so that way I can put my scoreboard away. It's just like an assembly line. So I try to do that unless I'm creating a brand new album and I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Then I just have to do as I'm going. But, so we folded this up. We scored on 5 1/4. So we have that. So this is now our flap. So that's this flap right here. This is what is going to close up our page to create the pocket like that. And then this one, let me just score real quick, a 1/2 inch, just like this. So I have that. Just gonna miter the corners. Have that. Okay, burnish that down. Okay, so let's get it all put together. And usually I like to, for me, I like to have score tape for my stuff, but for the purpose of videos and on like my smaller projects, or just if I want to be fast, I will do glue. So I go back and forth, let's just say, but I do like my score tape. I just ordered some score tape sheets from Country Craft Creations because I do like having those. I have the big roll. I have every size possible. I love score tape. Okay, so there's that page. Now we are doing this side, which is this nice little flap here. It's gonna bug me that these are all upside down, but that's okay, we'll get covered. So glue that. And you don't have to use magnets if you don't want to. It just depends on what's your preference, so let's double check. And we're gonna just tuck this baby in here. There we go. So all tucked in. And even if it's not totally even, the photo mats that we're sticking in the pocket is gonna hide any imperfections, so we will be fine. Let me just get my little paper towel. I could have went in a little bit more on that one, but we're good. Okay, we're done. We did all the pages. So I just want to show you. Okay, I'm going to stick this in the middle. I think I have it upside down. Yes, I do. Okay, so we have page 1, page 2, flipping. We have the next page, 3 and 4. There you go. Flip. 5 and 6, and I have them on the wrong side, like this, like that. So it's going to look like that, and then you have this one. So this could even be a great, you know, baby album. You can do. There's enough room to do like 18 years of Christmas photos in here, whatever you guys want. But like I said, for mine, it's a holiday party mini album. I just think it'd be fun to print up all of my pictures from work that I've done over the past 30 years. We can't do any right now, of course, and well, we haven't done any for a long time, but it would just be fun to have an album, you know, just for that. Okay, so we are on a roll. We're at like basically 30 minutes. So we're going to go for it. We're going to try. Oh, before I move on, I just want to put out there, so these are optional. These are the photo mats. You do not have to do these, but in case you want to do exactly how I did it, I didn't do all mine on black. I did some color. I did 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 is the base. The white is 4 1/8 by 6 1/8, so that way you can fit a full 4 by 6 photo on here. All I do is glue 3 sides to have a tuck spot for any, it doesn't even have to be this, for you could do any type of tag in there, whatever you want to do. And then this one is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and that is these here. Totally optional, So that's why I didn't put them on there, because you have to do your decorative paper anyways. But just so you guys have those measurements. Okay, so let's try getting the lay flat method done. And where did I put it? Right here. Okay, so I am only going to show, since I already covered one of them in the last video, you will need, so first you're going to need 2 pieces of chipboard, 5.5 by 7.5 for the front and back cover, and then 1 piece 2 by 7.5 chipboard, or if you're doing it just like this one in the video I put on here, 2.5 by 7.5. And then you will need to cover, you're going to need 2 of these. Well, I did not put that down there. 2. Can't even really see that. 7.5 by 9.5, and you guys know how I do it. I score an inch on each side, and that's how I line up my chipboard, which you will see in a second. But you can build your own shim just by cutting cardboard, or at Country Craft Creations you can purchase, she has acrylic and she has them in different sizes, which is awesome too. I don't know why I haven't bought them yet, but that's just an option for you if you want something like that that will last a really long time, because over time your chipboard will, you know, you will need to cut more. Okay, so I'm just lining it up. This is how easy it is. I took off my score tape, and on covers I use score tape. I don't want any bubbles where glue could be, none of that. I like my score tape. Score tape. Okay, and now we are just gonna loosen some fibers, get it going. This helps prevent cracking too, which if you get the artisan cardstock, it doesn't crack, so, or at least it shouldn't. I haven't had any issues with it. This is not artisan cardstock because I actually ordered some and I'm waiting for it to get here. And I'm just being really fast and sloppy at this, but I'm just cutting the corners, leaving at 1/8 inch. That's how I do it. We are going to add some glue, and when I do glue, but typically I do score tape, but when I do glue, I make sure I have a bead into the chipboard there. To me, that's more important, so it has a really nice crisp edge. And I'm going to get out my niece's photo mat, because mine is at the hospital. I'm trying to see what side would be cleaner. So excuse all her marks on there. I just don't want to get glue on my photo mat. I should say filming. Okay, so we got one side. I gotta stay focused. I gotta get this video done. I would absolutely cry if it happened again, because the last video it happened, I was able to finish the pages, and then I got almost done with the cover and then realized, yeah, it wasn't filming. That was awesome. It's such a great feeling. And no, people who are new to my channel, I don't know how to edit and put the two together. I just haven't time to research it, and I don't want to. I'd rather craft. I'm a busy person, so if I do get downtime, which I thought I was going to get a whole bunch being at the hospital, but, you know, not really. Not so much. Okay, got that. Oh, I already did those. So I was just kind of bumping the little corners there. And I would, if we weren't doing a video right now, I would be a little bit more anal about my corners. Like these are, oh, that's not all the way down. These are poking out just a smidgen. And again, not that anybody would notice except me and you guys, but it does drive me crazy. I like it to be, you know, a certain way, but it still works. And this will all get covered up with layering of the paper. Okay, let's attempt this fine. So we have 2 of these. 2 magically done. Boom! There you go. So set those aside. Now we're going to take these 2. I scored an inch on both sides. And now I'm just going to tell you, whatever size you use, the way Tamara does it is she has it where it is 1.5 inches off. Actually, this one is bigger. I don't know why I said 1 inch, but she has it 1.5 inches off. And this isn't quite 5 inches. I just grabbed a scrap sheet so as you guys can see. It's not quite 5, but it's still gonna work. So I like to use up my scraps. I'm gonna flip this so I can line this up. Oh my gosh, what time are you? Oh my god. I'm pretty sure like 45 minutes might be my longest video, so we really gotta like move it along. Tiffany, let's go. Okay. Now I've never done this one on camera before, so we'll see if I can, I don't know, make it happen. And this is just, you know, how I do it. I link hers all the time. Her and Michelle have done tutorials on this. So if I do mess this up, just go look at theirs. I will link it below. And I'm just going to, what am I going to do? I just know space. So typically what I do is just cut out the corners. But I don't like any of the wood to show. So I'm trying to remember how I did this. I think I got this from somebody else. Now I can't remember. Yeah, okay. We're just gonna go. So you just can cut in and cut out the corners. I just want to see something. I know I did something like this. Maybe it was the other way. That's what it was. Okay, now I got it. But don't follow me. Just keep doing this. So, and you could just miter it a little bit if you wanted to. And I'll tell you guys a trick. If for some reason, I'm telling you guys, markers are our friends. They save me all the time. So you have that. And then I'll try to see, I don't know why, like I couldn't remember. I just like went blank again. What the heck is it? Nope. Nope. It's this way. So if you cut that way. Yeah, let's just try it and see. We're just going for it. So you would score on both sides. And you could do it this way too, which I like to get because this is totally different. If you've never done this before, this is a different way to do it. But it's awesome because one, you don't have, you know how you overlap your paper and you have a seam somewhere? All the time there's a seam. So like for me, I always put, if I have that seam, I put it on the back. Some people like it on their spine, but if you don't like it at all, this is perfect for that. So again, I'm just getting the paper so it's trained to do something a little different. I'm going way too fast on this. You guys are probably like, what is this girl doing? So you can fold it both ways. Boom. Again, just training the paper. So this is the normal way to do it. And I want to say it was Debbie. If I can find it, I'll find out who did it. I think she did like this, but we're going to see if it works, which I think it does. Yeah, okay. So I will just show you real quick. So you're going to do the top and bottom first. Again, Tiffany's just being really messy. Actually, I don't know if I'm doing this right. We're going to soon find out. If I'm not, we will be able to fix it. This is for sure. Just follow that, you guys. But I just want to show you because sometimes you can have a little tip showing of the chipboard. Now I have black chipboard that I actually used on this mini. but those that don't. So what is going to happen is we are going to attach the book like this. So see how down here you might get a little bit there, and if you do, that is totally fine. And I'm just going to snip that little piece off. But let me just show you how to fix that. But this is why up here I did it that way, so I don't have any showing. But let me show you how to fix it. You take any of your black markers, and before you get anything adhered, voila, it's done. No one even knows what that is. Just a little bit of your marker goes a long way. Boom, done. Okay, so now you can see the two different ways they could do it. This is Tamara's way, and I want to say it's Debbie. If I can find it, I will put it in there. I think from Project 39. Debbie, I'm so sorry. If one, I just said your channel wrong. I'm pretty sure it was Debbie. Okay, so here's how you put it together. Where are we at? Oh my gosh, 41 minutes. 41 minutes. Oh. Okay, so let's do it like this. Let me set this up so I can try to get this in frame. This is how I do it. So we already have like the paper. Can you guys see? See how it's trained? It's gonna go down. We're gonna set our spine in there. So right now we're just setting that down. I'm gonna slide this little baby over till it hits here. That's gonna be our guide. And I have done both where I've used squirt tape and glue. And I will tell you, if you do squirt tape, because you guys know I love my squirt tape, if you do squirt tape, make sure it does not go all the way up to this edge here. You do not want it to go all the way up, because when it bends, you see it, and oh my gosh, that drives me crazy. So, I just do the art glitter glue, and it holds totally fine. Now I'm getting this big old chunky glob of glue on my thing, and that's gonna drive me crazy. Okay, I'm just being really messy, sorry. We gotta wrap this up. Okay. So we're just making sure that is on there. See how nice and flat it is, and you don't have any, what do you call it? Something. What is it? Cracking. No cracking. Okay, so we got that done. And then I'm just going to take a little bit off here. Just showing you guys. Totally easy to fix. There was just a little bit of extra there. Okay, so we have this one down. Always just line everything up before you start adhering. And what this does is helps us just to keep things straight. So I just hold it in place with my hand, with my ugly fingernails. And I can already see that I'll need to, let me just do that real quick. I forgot to miter these little corners over here. So I just bump it up to the chipboard, and that's where I'll do my little miter. Miter the corners. Okay. This is going to be so exciting. I cannot wait to see everybody's projects. That's going to be so fun. So just adding it. I'm not putting it all the way up to the seam. And again, normally I wouldn't be this sloppy with my glue. But the time is ticking away. Okay. Oh my gosh, if this video does not upload, that's it. You guys are going to get the short version. It's going to be, you know, hilarious and crappy at the same time. Oh, wow. But let's cross our fingers this works. Okay, so we have this. Now, I'm just taking, again, it was a scrap piece of paper. All you really need is enough to cover all this. So I do like to go over these two just so it doesn't build up really thick there, then drop down. So I just had a scrap piece of paper. Mine is 6 inches. And then I just do 1/8 inch shorter than my actual album. And I would, for me, I would use, I'm going to take this out because I want there to be some serious glue on here. And I'm just going to put it, I don't like bubbles when it comes to the covers. Very anal about the covers. So just saying. So I just took my tip off so I can get a little bit of extra glue to make sure. And I probably would have mitered these corners just a little bit, but it does not really matter. And you will find your niche. I really, if you haven't tried this, just try it once and just see what you think. But I really do like it. It's just sometimes I have albums pre-made with the old style. If I have an album like a folio or the small little mini minis, I'm just going to do it the regular way because that's easy just to fit all onto one paper. But this is just another option, but it's a great option. So we got that on there. Just want to make sure I'm shaking the table. Just want to make sure it's all burnished down. I'm getting this white pen, gel pen all over the place. Okay, so hopefully we're somewhat dry. I'm just going to start pushing my bone folder into here. Boom. Okay, let me get the other side. Start pushing. What time do we have, Tiffany? 46 minutes. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna make it. I cannot go past 50 minutes. Okay. Whew. So I just want to show you. This is so easy to do. Oh, look what I just did. I just bent it. No cracking. It's awesome. So see how it just lays flat? It's not bowing up. Look. You could do this with it. So I got a little bit of glue right there. There we go. Okay, so we have that. And we're good. So lastly, I'm going to hurry up. I'm not going to be able to show you how to do this. But this piece is, this is going to be the hinge. It is 6.5 by 7 1/8 because our pages are 7 1/4. You know, they're 5.5 by 7 1/4. So, and this is with me doing 5 pages. So if you do different, then you're going to have to change your measurements. So this is scoring at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and then I'm only doing 3/8 inch gussets. So this is 1 3/8, 1 7/8, 2 3/8, 2 3/4, 3 1/4, 3 3/4, 4 1/8, 4 5/8, 5 1/8, 5 1/2, and 6. Oh my gosh, can you guys believe I could read that? I tell ya. Okay, so let me just show you one because we're at 48 minutes. I'm getting a little scared. Okay, so let's fold this up. Maybe we could do a couple. Oh shoot, I might be able to do this. Let's just try. We're gonna go for it. It's gonna be very fast and sloppy. Oh, and when you do this, so normally I just trim off a smidgen off of each end. Let me just try to do that with my scissors really quick on one side because I don't want it to hit when it folds. Yeah, that's not working very well. I guess Tiffany doesn't know how to cut a smidgen with scissors. Doesn't like that term. Doesn't have to be big, just a little sliver. Okay, so I'm going to cut one side and I'll show you on the other, but let's see if we can glue this. Ah! Are you guys stressed out like I am? Because, oh my gosh. And I do not have my tip on. We're going to see how we do. Okay. Well, that doesn't work well when you cut off a sliver. Tiffany, you're such a hot mess. I tell ya. It's all good. It'll be on the bottom, so it doesn't matter. Okay. So we have that one, and then let's just fold that up, and this is going to be a hinge. It is not going to overlap onto the front and back cover. It's only going to be on the spine. So I just want to kind of show you guys. I really hope that, otherwise I'll have to edit some of this video off. And when I say that, I mean just snip, because that's all I know how to do. I barely know how to do that. Okay, so we're just adhering the 1/2 inch ticks together. So I'm just trying to give it a little bit of time to dry before I open it up and flatten it down. So, get that down good. And this one, you're just going to do this all the way through. And, oh, I'm totally shaking the table. And just imagine that this is done. Because these are just pocket pages. They just slip on like we've done on every other project. So everyone should, for the most part, know how to do that. But it just literally slips on. You'll add glue, or you can add your score tape, whichever. So see how we're starting to get it? So I'm just going to show you, because we are out of time. So right here, see how there's a little sliver sticking over? If you have that and stick it down, it's gonna kind of just be in the way. It's not a huge deal, but you don't want that. So that's why at the ends, I would just take off the sliver. Okay, this is what it's gonna look like. Just making sure I'm not losing my pen for my art glitter glue. So you will literally just put this on here like that, and then your pages go on. So I will just show you one of them. You're just going to slip it right over one of these and you're done. Just like that. Nice and easy. Now I will tell you guys, I take my middle one and I mark, because you guys know I'm OCD. So I do, if I can find my pencil, I just take the center of my spine. I put a tick mark so I know that that's where I want the center of my hinge to go. So when I'm going to put it on, I'm lining up with that one, and then I'm lining up with the bottom one, and I know for the most part it'll be straight. It doesn't always work out that way, but you know, there you go. Okay, oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, pray for me that this is uploaded and you'll be able to see this, because I cannot do it a third time. So here it is, Country Craft Creations. Be sure you guys have to go on everyone's channel. You have to put a comment, whatever you want. It doesn't have to be a long thing. It could just be hi, thank you, whatever you want. But you have to put a comment, and you have to subscribe to everybody's channel in order to be in the contest, in the running for the prizes. And the prizes are amazing. So if you like this, please give your girl a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure that you do, so that way you could see future projects. Thanks for watching. Bye.